What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today I'll be doing a technical analysis breakdown for NVIDIA Corporation with the ticker symbol NVDA. Remember that if you want a chart analysis guaranteed to be done, please read the description below. Before we begin, please take a second to give the video a like and subscribe for more chart analysis. I appreciate all those who have already subscribed and liked my videos. Just a reminder that this video is for entertainment purposes only, does not constitute any financial advice. I will first go over what I see on the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. So the last time I looked at NVIDIA was back on January 19th, and you can see that the following days we did reach the targets quite easily that I predicted, and now we're seeing some type of reversal. So the whole market is reversing. It was extremely oversold. We were far away from the EMA, so we were due for a bounce. And is this the bottom for the market, and are we just going to go back to all-time highs? There's definitely a possibility for that. However, I don't think we're out of the woods yet. There's also a possibility for this just to be a pullback and for us just to see lower prices. So that's what I'm predicting. I don't think that this is the bottom, and I don't think that we'll just continue lower. I'm kind of 50-50. It is possible that this could be the bottom, and we might not reach back to these prices for quite a long time, or we could just get rejected from this channel resistance line right here and then just continue lower. So we're gonna have to wait to see what the market wants to do. We are approaching resistance levels throughout the market. You can see that the S&P 500 sold off a good amount in the beginning and then recovered most of those losses later on through the day at the end of the day. So we are entering resistance territory throughout the markets, and especially individual stocks. So you can see that, well, NVIDIA is kind of far away from the resistance. We are seeing kind of like a V bottom reversal. There was a double test off the support side of this channel, and now we're seeing a bounce up. So logically, the next place that NVIDIA wants to reach is the 275 level. So once we reach that level, this will be the determining factor if NVIDIA wants to make another leg down and enter the low 200s and even maybe the high 190s, or are we gonna just blast right through this prior support level that it was and now find some type of support and continue higher? Well, we're gonna have to wait to see. So it's just a waiting game, but NVIDIA is still quite a lot down since its previous all-time high. So we're gonna have to just take this day by day. So let's just take a look at the more recent price action. You can see that this was kind of a range or a congestion. So most of these price bars are going sideways. We had a double test off the support side of this channel, and we're getting a breakout. So we didn't even pull back to this breakout yet. So there's also another possibility right there for prices to continue lower. We did come back to previous support, and normally when prices just make a strong move up and it fails to continue higher, we usually come back to the starting point, and this was the starting point for this entire up move, and then prices pulled back to it. So if it was a good buying time opportunity before, most likely other traders are looking at it to being a good buying opportunity once again. So that's why we're seeing this bounce right here. So like I said before, this could just be a bounce, and we could see lower prices in the future. If the buying is extremely strong, then we might not even come back to these lower prices. So let's take a look at this major uptrend that NVIDIA is inside of. Let's look at the chart. Let's go and make the channel, uptrend channel, yellow. Let's go leave this orange. So you can see that NVIDIA still is an uptrend. So I'm not saying this is the end for NVIDIA and we're just going to continue to the $100 level. So like I was saying, I don't think NVIDIA is just going to reach the $100 level and this is the end for it. I am still predicting higher prices for NVIDIA. However, I'm just not thinking this is the bottom as of right now. I think we can be continuing lower in the future. So that's what the chart shows me. It doesn't know exactly where we're going, but it looks like it's gonna be setting up to do that. But it just all depends on this price level right around here. It depends how NVIDIA wants to react right around this 270 level. So I'm just gonna wait till NVIDIA gets up here, and then I'll be way more confident if it wants to continue lower or it wants to continue higher. But there's still more bearish signs on the chart than bullish, because we were at the upper side of the channel, and normally if we're at the upper side we go to the lower side, and this lower side of the channel is lower than the previous bottom. So there's a sign right here. We had a little congestion and now we had a breakout, and normally breakouts fail and we didn't even pull back to it as right now. So that's another sign. We are still below the EMA and the EMA is pointing down, so that's another sign right there. We are probably going to pull back higher, and this might lead to lower prices because we are entering, probably can get rejected from the midline and the previous support level. So there's a couple signs right there. The bullish sign is that we pulled back to a previous support level and we're seeing a V bottom reversal. So like I said before, it just all depends on how strong the buying is. If it starts drying up this week, then we're probably going to see NVIDIA enter the $200 territory. But that's all I have on the daily chart as of right now. You can see that. Let me put the support line right here. So this looks like the support for NVIDIA right around here, and prices almost pulled back to it. It was very close, but it's close enough, and prices got that bounce. So that's everything I have on the daily chart. I think there's still potential to drop lower, but I'm still bullish, obviously, long term. I think we can still reset all-time high. I don't think that was the top for NVIDIA. So that's everything I have on the daily chart. Let's go ahead and wrap this up on the weekly chart. So here's the weekly chart for NVIDIA. You can see that it was extremely extended from the EMA, so we were just due for a pullback. So nothing in the market is random. It's very predicted. You can see that there was high expectations for it to pull back. Now we did break through the EMA. Does that mean we're going to form a downtrend and this is over? Not really. We could pull back higher, like I said, and find resistance and then make another leg down. So that's what I'm leaning towards until the chart tells me otherwise. You can see that we still are inside of this uptrend, and we came off the upper side. So that's why I'm still thinking we can enter to the lower side or even get a break outside of this channel. And you can see that this downtrend is still in play. So NVIDIA still has a lot of bearish signs on the chart, more than a lot of other stocks. So that's why I don't think the market has bottomed. I think there's still downside potential. But like I said before, if the market blasts through that 275 level, 280 level, and it doesn't look back, well then, hey, the 40% or 30% probability played out, which is the bullish case. As right now, I think there's a much higher probability on the chart for prices to enter or retest that $200 level previous low and maybe even surpass it, maybe enter the 190 level. But from there, I'm still expecting higher prices. So this channel is working pretty good. You can see we got a bounce back here, we got another bounce here, and then this was pretty much the fourth touch on this channel. And after traders saw that, they were all over this stock, and that led to a massive rally up. So now we are pulling back because we are far away from the EMA, and normally when we bounce off a resistance, we come back to support, and this is where support is. So we haven't reached the support yet. We did reach it back here, but paying attention to the channel support because that's normally where prices want to go to. So maybe after this pullback is over, we can see that next leg down, and then after that next leg down, I'm still expecting that rally back up to just test the previous highs. Now, like I said, the scenario that's lower probability is for us to just continue higher from here and not look back and just go straight to the all-time high. So that's another scenario, but I'm leaning more towards the bearish one. I'm like 75-80% confident as of right now because I don't think we're out of the woods. There are pullbacks in this market. I can show you guys on the daily chart. Let's remove all the drawings. You can see that everyone probably thought this was the bottom for NVIDIA right at the 271 level, and look what prices did. It just broke below it. Everyone probably thought this was the bottom right here at the 260 level, and then prices broke below that one. And now we are building some type of support here, and prices are reversing, but everyone probably thinks this is the bottom, and we might get another leg down. So it's much better to just stay with the trend until it ends. And as right now, I don't see any signs that could be telling me that it's ending. I think the trend is still intact. So I can guess 8 to 9 times out of 10 that we have not met the bottom, and I'll be right. And there's only one time you can be right that we have bottom. So it's a much higher probability to just always assume that we haven't bottomed until it's obvious that we haven't. So it'll be obvious when we reach all the way up here and we start, making higher highs, higher lows, then no one should be saying that we can still continue lower, because it's a very, very low probability that we will. So it's just all depending on the chart. When we reach those higher levels at the 270 and 280 level, I'll give a much better analysis to the chart or the target. But as of right now, I'm leaning more towards the bearish side because of the details in the chart. So that's all I have for the market and NVIDIA. Thank you for stopping by and checking out my video. Make sure to check out the rest of the channels. This might be a surprise of what you can learn. Leave a comment down below on where you think prices are headed. Also share the video if you want your friends to learn about the markets. Lastly, I appreciate any feedback to help improve the channel, since I want to deliver great content to you guys. See you next time, and bye.